Hello, can anyone hear me? In this week's video we're going to be doing stage 43, the dashboard supports and speakers.
Makes me feel good.
So, stage 43, let's do a parts check first. Now we have 43A, these are all plastic this week apart from the screws. This is the dashboard left support wall, and as you can see it's a nice shape, and I will come back to that in a second. 43B, now, right, left speaker, so this is the left speaker. And we know it's the left because it's got an L on it, and the orientation for the magazine is this way with these little corner bits just down to the bottom right. Now piece 43C, the dashboard right support wall, the reason we're going to come back to it is these two pieces look the same other than the fact that they're a mirror image of each other. So the left wall has this corner coming up with the tab in the middle and obviously the face there, and the right support wall is complete opposite. The corner comes up there, tab in the middle with this little, let's call it a smiley face there, and that leaves us with one piece 43D, the right speaker, and that's got an R on it. And we also receive EP screws, 4 plus 1 spare, these are 1.7 by 4 millimeters. And lastly IP screws, 4 plus 1 spare, and these are 2 by 5 millimeters, so slightly fatter than these EP screws. So we begin with stage 1. We want to take this 43A, which is the left support wall, and we need to install piece number 43B, which is the speaker. And you'll notice that there's 2 screw holes and a locating tab, 2 screw holes and a locating hole, and that goes in just like that. And then what we will do is we will attach that with 2 EP screws like so, and I may actually have the wrong screwdriver bit, we'll see. Right, that would actually help if I got it into place. I think I've got the wrong bit for that one. And there we go, that's in nice and tight, that's not going anywhere. And then what we do is we repeat the same process for the second one, which is to place that in there and attach with 2 EP screws. Like so. And as always, I always put the first screw in just enough to bite. That gives us time to make adjustments where necessary. Perhaps the piece is slipped in the hole while we're putting the first screw in. And then once we know it's all in, not going anywhere, we can do this up. Now because these are plastic, don't over tighten, we only need that on just enough so it's not moving. As you can see, that's not moving, so I'm very happy with that stage. So step 2, and this is the final step of the build, we need to bring in the dashboard panels that we've done in a previous issue, the little glove box there. What we need to be doing is installing this. Which way round do we have it? So we have it this way round. Now on the magazine, the identifying points for me, unfortunately this is matte black, so it's not really showing the details so well. So we have this box over on the far left, with this little part next to it, and then I can see that we want the inside of this piece on the outside on the left. So remember, the left needs to go onto the right, and you'll see two holes and a locating tab there and 3 holes there, and that will go in the locating tab. Whoops, locating tab will go in the middle like so. Now if you've got this on the wrong side, let's see what happens if we try to install it on the wrong side. It will not go, and the reason it won't go is because the screw holes won't. You know, I think the screw holes will line up, but as you can see it looks a bit daft. So there's your test for it being on the correct side. So I want to get 4 IP screws ready. That was a good shot. I got exactly 4 out of the bag. And thinking about how I'm going to do this, the trick really is holding this panel in place just to get the first one in. So definitely get your screwdriver lined up ready. I don't seem to have a flat spot on my desk anymore. So remember that the inside is going to be pointing outwards, and what I would do is just gently push this down onto the desk, line up a screw hole, any screw hole, and we'll just pop 1 screw in, just enough to bite, and you can see that that's held in place now. And then we'll get the second screw. This is where we need to be a little bit careful, because at this point this part is very, very fragile, but because it's already in by 1, we can hold that enough to get the second screw in. And if you use the correct screwdriver, you won't need to pull that very hard. Also be careful, I nearly just caught this pedal, so this is going to be the tricky side. So nearly, if you catch that pedal wrong, you could break it off. And there we go, that's in perfect. There's no movement there. So you can see that the speaker is on the inside of the vehicle. This is why we put the inside on the outside. This bit will be hidden. And then all we need to do is repeat the process with the second panel. So that can go on there, and I suspect this will be a lot easier because we haven't got little pedals and things in the way. And in fact, actually I can hold this one. So, and I would suggest doing that screw hole first, because as you can see that's the easiest screw hole. And then the last screw hole for the day. So now they're in enough to bite, I can get a better grip on the dashboard. So you see, I don't need to hold the part, it will just bring the part into the dashboard. There we go. And that I'm very happy with, that's in nice and solid. So there you go guys, that is issue 43 complete, and I will hope to see you in the next issue, which is the headlight dimmer foot switch.